Welcome to our video lesson on unit costs. Please make sure you fill in your video note as we go through each step of this lesson. Before we get started, I want to remind you that costs, so how much something costs, is a rate. For example, $20 for 1 liter of Canadian maple syrup, like my family sells. You can write that as a ratio or a rate, as 20 to 1. Be sure to write this down on your page. 4 One Direction concert tickets cost $412. That would be a ratio or a rate of 4 for 412. Just to remind you that all costs are rates. Today we're going to be talking about unit costs. And unit costs are very similar to unit rates, but instead of just having a rate, we're talking about a cost. So a unit cost is a unit rate that gives the cost per unit. And remember, a unit represents 1. So it's the cost for just 1. I also wrote the definition for unit rate down here just to remind you that a unit rate is the rate for 1 unit of a given quantity. So the amount for 1 of something. What you're going to do is down here on your page you have 5 blanks. You're going to write down the quantity that makes each of the following a unit cost. For example, for the first one, 1 pound for 79 cents. The quantity that makes it a unit cost, unit being 1, is 1 pound. So on my page, I would write 1 pound. And if you didn't want to write pound, you could just write LB for pound. Do the other 4 by yourself. Then when you're done that, do that on your own. Write an example of a unit cost, any unit cost you want. Remember that a unit cost is the amount for one thing, the price of one thing. Okay, now we're going to talk about what unit costs are used for. Unit costs are often used to compare prices of different sized things for sale. For example, we have these 2 bottles of Gatorade. They cost different amounts because they're different sizes. This one has 24 ounces, and this one is 32 ounces, and they cost a different amount. What you use unit costs for is to figure out which one is the better buy. What it means by better buy is which one costs less. Which one will help you save more money, cost less per unit. If we wanted to compare these 2 Gatorades, on your guided note, make sure you write this down in the box. These 2 Gatorades, because they're in different sizes, we need to look at the unit we need to look at how much it costs per ounce, so just for 1 ounce, to compare them and see which one's a better buy, which one helps you save more money. What I want you to do, tomorrow in class, we will be going over how to calculate that. Tonight, I want you to do these 5 questions. What unit will the unit cost be measured in? So if we have 16 ounces of crackers for $2.39, the unit for the unit cost will be 1 ounce. I'll do number 2 as well, just to make sure it's clear. 3 pounds of apples for $1.89. The unit cost will be measured in 1 pound. Remember that LB stands for pound. Try doing the next 3 on your own. That's it for tonight. Remember to go back and rewatch any part that you had a hard time with, and I hope you have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow in class.